Hey, y'all, and welcome to day 29 of the third annual WSOP Daily Spaces coverage and the longest running poker space. I'm Sherry Pluskota, aka Peaches, and I'm your host today. Joining me as my co host, and I'm sure the others will show up as time goes on, except for Brad. He's at a doctor's appointment this morning. Welcome, Isaac, my co host this morning.
Good morning, Sherry. How you doing?
A little crazy this morning. I meant to make a post saying our space is starting shortly, and I ended up starting the space instead. And I still needed those 4 minutes to do what I needed to do, but here we are.
It's all right. Happens sometimes.
Oh, already a shit show, and I'm only an hour up. So, anyway, here we go. Hey, Dana, how are you?
Oh, sorry about that. I'm
That's
good, Jerry. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Actually,
Good
got,
morning.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said good morning.
Thank you. Same to you. Actually, got 7.5 hours of sleep last night, which is amazing. I feel like I've got my brain back now, not in murky water brain. So, very good. Trying to get out the door this morning to Jamie's meetup game over at the Venetian. Starts at 9. Of course, I'm not going to make it at 9, but if I can get there by, I don't know, 10:30, 11 o'clock, that would be great. And guess what? I may just say, never mind. We'll just see how this goes. But anyway, here we are. I want to give many thanks to Elevator Results, my sponsor. If you need a tailor made workout plan to help you lose weight or gain weight, Elevator Results can design that plan. Follow them on Twitter and visit their site at elevatorresultspt.com. If you'd like to hear the recordings of any of our past spaces, including any of the interviews I've done or my daily WSOP coverage, the WPT coverage, any of it, you can find it on my YouTube channel at Sherry Pluskota 9212. Please subscribe while you're there. I'm trying to build that channel um, with nothing in mind particularly, but I know if you have more subscribers, they, will cater to you a little bit more. So it may be beneficial for our spaces community if that happens. Be reminded that we always try to give out the most updated and accurate information possible, but we do make mistakes, so please double check any information we provide to ensure yourself the best experience possible. And if we make an error, please let us know about it so that we can get it corrected for everybody. It's more important to get it correct. So please make sure you correct us if we make a mistake. Um, Little shout out, may she rest in peace, Irene, and I believe her name is Shauna Bacher, passed away recently. Many may remember her from Poker in America. She was on, I'm not sure how many episodes, but the one she's most famous for, she's in a hand and she says, and I hope I'm quoting correctly, but it's pretty close. Sorry about this, Sonny, but I'm going all in. And she ends up, Sean D was at that table. It was a magical moment. So may she rest in peace. And I have a clip of that in a tweet I just did a little bit ago. If you want to see that clip, it is definitely on my Twitter feed. Isaac, are you? Did he? He must be having difficulties. Let me say hey to ASG. How are you, bud?
Hello, and speaking of errors, Kev Meth pointed out like an hour ago that I was incorrect in saying that Benny Glazer is in third place. It's just the WSOP hasn't updated their POY rankings in who knows how long.
Ah, which we're used to those being updated, pretty close to real time. So
Yeah, and
thank you.
they didn't even have like updated as of whatever. It just has the ranking. So
Well, thank you for that correction. I appreciate it. And that's good to know. So now we have to be, cognizant and say, well, this is what the rankings are as of, I looked it up a minute ago, but we don't know when it was last updated. So they need to do one of two things: update it more often or put a updated on block days so we know when it was last updated. So thank you for that correction. Um, and now it makes sense, right? Because we were like, wait, how could he be in third place with 3 bracelets? So now it makes sense. It's just not been updated. So thank you for that correction. Isaac, you there, buddy?
Yes, I am.
All right, get yourself ready to deliver tournament information. And I'm going to start it off by talking about South Point. Today is Tuesday, and at 10:10 a.m., they have a no limit tournament at 120 for $120 buy-in, 10K guarantee. At 2:10 p.m. is their Omaha 8 or better, $120 buy-in, 5K guarantee. At 6:10 p.m. is a $50 bounty, $180 buy-in, 10K guarantee. And at 10:10 p.m. is their Turbo Bounty $120 buy-in, $3,000 guarantee. Don't forget the Women's in Poker Summer Festival is going on at South Point. And let me look at what they have this week. Later in the week on Friday, they're going to have their main event. It's a $360 buy-in at 10:10 a.m. And at 6:10 p.m. on Friday is a Crazy Pineapple Tournament, $180 buy-in. That's the Women in Poker Series at the South Point. And then their 200K South Point Closer is going to start on Monday, July the 7th, with their Day 1A of their tournament, and it is a $300 buy-in. So that's what's going on at South Point. And I was really kind of upset last night. We were so tired we didn't even play the 10:10 p.m. tournament after dinner last night. We just looked at each other and said, "Nope, it's time to go have a good night's sleep." So hopefully I'll get back there with some folks for the 10:10 p.m. tournament before I leave town, which I'm sure it will be with the Green Visor gang if I had to guess. So go ahead, Isaac.
Pretty damn sure it will be. Pretty damn sure it will be. But yo, the pictures looked amazing, by the way.
Oh, I
Definitely.
know.
I think we're going there first. Mac was telling me, he's like, that's where we're going as soon as we get into town. So I'm like, all right, cool, cool. I'm
I
with that.
love that. I love it.
All right, y'all. So let's get it started. Over at Westgate, Las Vegas, they have a variety of daily poker tournaments. They have their 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. $45 buy-in no limit hold'em tournament, 7 p.m. $65 buy-in no limit hold'em tournament, 9 p.m. $60 buy-in no limit hold'em tournament, and additionally they host their 3 p.m. Lazy Pineapple, which is a $45 buy-in as well. Let me see, over at Planet Hollywood, they have their 4 daily no limit hold'em tournaments at 10 a.m., 2 p.m., 6 p.m., and 10 p.m. Each tournament has a $100 buy-in and offers a starting stack of 20K chips. Over at Red Rock, they have their daily no limit hold'em tournament at 10:35 a.m. The buy-in varies by day, Monday through Thursday, $125 buy-in, Friday to Sunday, $150 buy-in, and their starting stack is 25K chips. Over at Caesars, there is their 10 a.m. $120, their 2 p.m. 160, their 6 p.m. 120, and their 9 p.m. $160 buy-in tournaments. Every one of these offers an add-on for $50, and starting stacks vary from 15 to 20K chips. Over at Resorts World, they have their 1205 $200 no limit and their 705 $200 no limit, both with 25K starting stacks as well, 30-minute levels, and a 3K guarantee. And over at Mandalay Bay, finally, there's their $60 no limit hold'em at 8 p.m. A 10K starting stack is what you get, 15-minute levels, and no guarantee.
Thank you so much for those updates. Is anybody else hearing an echo? Oh, hopefully that'll take care of it. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Over at the Win at 12 p.m. is a no limit day 1C, $3,500 buy in, $4 million guarantee. That's over at the Win. At the Venetian at 11:10 a.m. is a big O bounty, $500. And then it says 1K in the money. I'm a little confused. It's a 16.
Maybe that means $1,000 bounties when they get in the money. I don't
Oh,
know.
yes, 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 yes. Thank you. Yes, a $1,600 buy-in, 300,000 guarantee. At 12 p.m. is the ladies high roller day 3. At 12:10 p.m. is the No Limit Ladies event, $600 buy-in, $75,000 guarantee, and that is what's going on at the Venetian. Over at the Aria at 11 o'clock is a No Limit tournament, $1,100 buy-in, $250,000 guarantee, and at 1500 hours at the Aria is a PLO tournament, $10,500 buy-in, and that's at the Poker Go Studio. If you register early, they're going to take off that $500 for you as a part of their gimmick to get you there early, which I applaud them for. Quite honestly, that's over at the Aria and the Poker Go Studio. Over at the MGM today at 10 a.m. is Flight 1A of their No Limit tournament, $400 buy-in, 100K guarantee. At 1800 hours is day 2 of their other No Limit tournament. 1800 hours is a no limit tournament, day 1B, $400 buy-in, 100K guaranteed. 2100 hours is a no limit tournament, $150 buy-in, $3,000 guaranteed. Over at the Orleans at 11 o'clock, an '08 tournament, $600 buy-in, 50K guarantee. At 1600 hours is a Survivor, $230 buy-in, 15K guarantee. At 1800 hours is the No Limit tournament, $200 buy-in, 15K guarantee. And at 2200 hours is their nope. I always want to start that one. No, that is the one that's canceled. Their 2200-hour Survivor tournament is canceled the rest of the summer. And of course, I haven't gone through my whole book and gone through every page to cross that out because I'm in Vegas and not wasting my time. At the Golden Nugget today at 11 o'clock is the No Limit tournament, $400 buy in. At 12 o'clock on the original, on the original schedule, it was a mixed triple draw low ball tournament, but it has now been changed to a mixed draw tournament. That's at 12 o'clock at the Nugget is a mixed draw tournament. It's a $400 buy-in. 1600 hours at the Nugget is a no limit tournament, $120 buy-in, and at 1800 hours is a no limit tournament, $200 buy-in. And I think I remember seeing something yesterday. I'm going to try to pull up my pictures, but somebody sent out a tweet that included 2 pictures from the Golden Nugget. And one of them, it shows that the Golden Air Mystery Bounty Tournament had a $1,000,000 guarantee. Or it says under it, I'm sorry, I'm zooming in now. It said $1,000,000 expected prize pool. Now they've put out something on their structure sheet. It now says $40,000 guaranteed prize pool. So it's not getting better at the Nugget. What do you guys think about that?
I think it's not not good at all, but I don't know. I'm not. I'm kind of on the fence of how all this is going.
That the
Definitely want to go check out like their room and maybe play a game over there just to see what the vibes are.
Yeah, the 40,000 guarantee is for the horse championship.
Oh, hold on. Then why is he putting it for together? Didn't it seem like he was talking about? Well, now I'm confused. The way I read the post was that it was. I'll have to go back and find it. Thank you, ASG.
Because they're showing that the 40,000, when it's guaranteed, they put in big caps, and for expected prize pool they put in smaller font.
So the point of it was the font.
Yeah.
See, that's what happens when you try to read something quickly and move along. Thank you, ASG, for catching that. I appreciate it. So what he's saying is that it's not right, so to speak, to be capitalizing the words guaranteed, and then when it is expected price pool, you're just kind of putting it in small print. Am I right about that?
Yes, that was his intention.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. So, and that's a valid point, right? Like either way, just put it in normal, whatever the size font you would normally use. I mean, don't try to dupe us. I mean, thanks for thinking we're stupid. Hey, Karen, welcome.
Good morning, guys.
How are you?
Well, I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Ooh, much better now that I had some sleep, girl.
My sleep is messed up. So after the after I busted out of the freeze out yesterday, and I met Ben and I went and had dinner, and then I laid down maybe 6:30 or 7,
Oh, Lordy.
and I slept for 3.5 hours.
God.
And then you saw where I got on the space, and it's player space, and then I was just up for several hours, and then I did sleep again though.
Well, I told you last night I was going in that space to try to fall asleep, and I did exactly that and never looked back, and it was amazing. Was
I
there
couldn't.
anything? Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I couldn't. I knew that the nap was going to be a bad thing, but I couldn't do anything but lay down. That's
No,
all.
I trust me, I get it. And but for me, I would have taken and went somewhere to play like a midnight tournament last night. That's what I do when I take those late, like 4 or 5 o'clock hour naps. I just when I get up, I go to a 10 p.m. or a midnight tournament, and I just go with it.
Well, I'm playing the I might be slightly late, but it's okay because I haven't registered yet. But I'm playing the 10 o'clock over at the Aria,
Oh,
and
good.
yeah, and so because of that, I knew that I couldn't really stay up too late because I had to
Yeah.
get, you know. But it worked out. So I'm excited. A couple of spacers have a 10% sweat in my tournament, so that's fun.
Now there's an 11 o'clock at the area. What's the 10 o'clock?
Oh, maybe it is. Oh, maybe it is 11. Oh, well, let me walk in here. Maybe I got an extra hour that I didn't know about. Hold on. This is terrible that I didn't know. Hold on.
Are you talking about the $1,100 tournament?
Yeah. What time does
Yeah,
it start?
it's listed as 11 o'clock.
Oh, thank goodness I told you. Okay, now I can take my time. I was hurrying. I woke up. See how organized I am?
Well, that's why this space is here every morning to help out the players get to the tournaments of their choices and their dreams.
You got me. I'm so happy. I've learned so much from the space. I learned when my tournaments are, learn where to get some good weed in Vegas. It's wonderful.
Thank you, thank you. We're here to serve. We are here to serve. Oh, it's so funny. It's so true, though. I mean, it's teamwork makes the dream work, you guys. We depend on each other sometimes to help with each other, and it's a good thing, and that's how it should be. Yeah, we're competitors on the felt. That doesn't mean we can't work together off the felt. And, the poker world's big enough for all of us, for sure. And you guys know that's how I feel about it. All right, let's talk about maybe ASG. Can you catch us up again on the collusion you were speaking about yesterday? And if you've seen anything else about it. And then I know you posted a Twitter in our feed, in our chat about Barcelona, if you want to talk about that too.
Okay, so yeah, so I saw different people weighing in on the collusion thing. I think Adam
Okay,
Hendricks.
stop, 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 stop. Just tell, for those that are just tuning in,
Okay,
tell
so
them what the
on the
collusion thing is.
50K PLO, there was a Chinese guy, Zhao, that made a very suspicious raise on the first hand back from break, and people were wondering, or people started questioning whether or not it was collusion with the other Chinese guy who was in the big blind. I think his name was Ding, and and then they say that he normally plays tight, and then there was, one guy said that Renlin said that these guys aren't friends, and other people said they were, and I don't know, went back and forth. And then I saw yesterday, which is what you were referring to, I saw on Reddit someone had unearthed a tweet from a couple of years ago when Zhao pulled this gigantic angle shoot with, he had pocket sixes and the other guy had ace king and shoved, and he like did this move where it looked like he was about to fold, and then the other guy went to look at his cards and he kind of tried or did get a glimpse of what those cards were, and then like basically pump faked back his cards back into his hand, and then I think eventually called. So yeah, this guy's looking kind of shady in his actions overall, but still, impossible to, or very difficult to know off of one hand or anything whether or not he was colluding with that other guy in the tournament yesterday or today.
Absolutely. And right. And, as I was working on something else this morning, where's the proof, right? That's what we need is proof. I'm not saying this to you, I'm just saying in general, you know, it is strong to put out those accusations. We spoke about this yesterday as well. Uh, if you're going to come out it publicly with that, you better be having something to back it up, and just to say it and try, and it tarnishes somebody's reputation because people never follow up to see what the outcome came. They just see those headlines, and then they, in the, anytime that person's name is mentioned, they're like, wasn't that the guy or wasn't that the lady that? Because that's the headline that they remember. They have no, they don't go back and check what the resolution was or whatever. And it brings me to a tweet I saw this morning that this Magic R99 guy tweeted. Um, how is that any different than what Lauren, Vertucci, Feldman, Airball, Brian Degaff, etc. did at HCL? I take a great I take great homage to that because what are you even talking about, dude? You are putting something out there under another tweet that makes all of those people look bad. And so I said to him, hey, where's the proof? Like, I'd like to learn about it. Are there articles or something? I'm just paraphrasing what I wrote, but, is there something that you want to tell me or point me in the direction of some proof? It's just not good. So I said, they did. Where's the proof or story? I'd like to read up on it. I'll be starting an X space at 9 a.m. if you'd like to come in and educate me. And his response was, in HCL's a situation, management worked to cover it up because they were in on it. That's the difference between the two cases. Feel free to reach out. There's too much to type in the short X posts. And I said, join my space. We'll be going live in 5 minutes. But, like, those are a lot of accusations against a lot of people. And you know what? You shouldn't be putting that out into the atmosphere if you're not going to prove it. Prove it to me.
Well,
Send me in the
the
direction.
thing about collusion especially is that, or chip dumping or whatever, that kind of thing, it's impossible to prove. Like, yeah, like there's no smoking gun when it comes to if that guy was trying to get some chips from somebody, like like Men the Master supposedly had that whole collusion ring with his crew to chip dump to him, and there was never any hard evidence, but everybody like is fairly thinks that that's what was going on.
Well, and not so long ago, there was a group in Gulf of Mexico group in the southern group that accusations were flying about that group colluding. And again, okay, if you suspect it, then start gathering some proof. Like start with a hidden camera on yourself at the table with these people that you think are colluding. There is a way to prove it if you are seriously wanting to prove it. Or are you butthurt that they took your chips and you're mad because you
Well,
lost? I mean, there is,
how would you prove chip dumping?
it's not hard. When you're sitting at a table, it is not hard to recognize when the same two people are in the hand. They don't bet, they check it down. I mean, one folds when to the short stack every time without any showdowns. It's not hard to pick up when there's colluding going on. It's not hard. You got to pay attention, though. But my point is, we have to have proof before you put it out there publicly. Come on. It's just not fair. It's not fair to the people and their reputations. I mean, how would, I'm not saying this to you, HG, just to anyone in this space. How would you feel if that was your name listed there? I'd be pissed off. Like, come on, where's the proof? Prove it or shut the fuck up about it. I mean, it's just not right. And we need to call out the ones that are doing it because it's not right. It's people's reputations. We've seen so many times in spaces, people say all kinds of things about people that are not true and out lies. But they're damaging their reputations. And yet people still support them, send them money, listen every day for 2 hours. I mean, it starts with each and every one of us. I'm going to get off my soapbox. This is what happens when you sleep 7 hours. Okay, I'm going to get off my soapbox. I want to touch on the Joker Stars Poker Room down in Houston. ASG, you want to start us off on that, or?
Sure. I can find the article. Poker News covered it very well. Basically, they caught a ring of, I want to say, 3 people.
Yes.
That were the dealer switched out the deck with an RFID deck, and then
Also,
the players were able to then read all the cards, and then
and they also
they had the
he also installed a hidden card reader.
right, and
Yeah.
he had all this stuff in his backpack. So when management brought them in, they were the dealer guy was basically caught red-handed and confessed to everything. So no real doubt there of what happened.
Right. And it was Carlito, Marcello, and Ivan were the ones in the article that were listed as the cheaters. Carlito eventually confessed, and he's, of course, banned for life. And kudos to Joker Stars Poker Room. They did make all the customers whole. So they went to footage and figured out who, was out what money and made those players whole. So kudos to them for doing that for sure. Can you imagine somebody be so brazen? I mean, there are cameras in these places, and you're going to bring in equipment to install it. I'm like, when I read the article, I was like, what the hell? Like, who do you think you are that you think you're invincible? That you're going to bring a backpack in with equipment, install it, and think you're going to get away with it when they have cameras everywhere? I don't get it. I don't get it. I guess
Are
that's why.
they are they pressing charges against the dealer?
I don't know. Did they? Did
Like,
it
how
say?
does that work?
I don't know. ASG, do you know if they're pressing charges?
Uh, let's see. They they mentioned that he was banned for life. I'm not even sure. Um, just Carlito claimed that the winnings were relatively minor, around 400, but Joker Star staff confiscated $2,700 of his own money as compensation. Um, yeah, it doesn't look like they mention any charges. And considering Texas poker, I'm not even sure what those charges would technically be, considering it's all like,
Interesting.
Unregulated.
yeah,
Yeah. So if I'm sure if that happened in Vegas, it'd be a whole different story because there is a commission and rules and regs in place. But they probably just try to make restitution and move on. Is if I had to guess. I see Magic R99 has joined us down in the goo. If you'd like to come up, I would love to hear your take on what happened at HCR that you're talking about. I would just love to have it. We will let you have the floor. Nobody will interrupt you, but we would love to hear what you're referring to, and for sure. So I've sent you a microphone if you'd like to come up and tell us your point of view. We are always ears and willing to listen. So, Magic R99, you have been invited. I'm going to send you another one. If you can't catch it because I know the pop up is quick, you can request a microphone in that bottom left corner. All right, I'm going to move on to what happened at the WSOP yesterday. Event number 53, that's been going on 269 days and nights, which was the Millionaire Maker. Did we have a winner? Do we have a winner yet of the Millionaire Maker? Anybody?
Um,
Trying to find out right now.
Let's look it up. For some reason, here we go. Day 4 starts in 1 hour and 28 minutes. There are 44 folks left. And our chip leader is, and I'm sure it's a screen name, it's PANGZI_K is the chip leader with 22 million. And Jacques Correa Ortega is in second place with 19 million. I see James Carroll from Texas has 12 million in fifth place. I don't see any of our horses for Team Spacers, you guys. Sorry to say.
yeah, I saw them interviewing the grinder. I'm not sure if he still has a stack, but I know we have Robert. But I was just saying, I think I saw some discussions with Michael, like he was still in the mix there.
I'm doing a quick cruise down the list. I don't see Michael, but again, I'm
Okay,
doing it
maybe he
quickly.
posted.
That's okay, and I'm doing it quickly, so believe me, I could be skipping over and not even realizing it. Over at the WSOP, event number 58 was the 3K9 game mixed tournament, and the winner was Thomas Taylor from Canada. And he took home 149K, and another screen name, Hopper 168, took home 99K in second place. So congratulations to them. Event number 59, the 1K Battle of the Ages. There's 2.8 million in the prize pool. There were 3,074 runners. There are 8 left going into today. The chip leader going into yesterday was Joseph Rowe, and he is still the chip leader today, which is very unusual, with 17 million in his chip stack. I'm going to spell this gentleman's name. In second place is SRIVINAY has 15 million in his or her chip stack, because I'm assuming it's a male, but it certainly could be a female. There is 335,000 waiting for the first place winner of the Battle of Ages. The six-handed limit tournament at 3K buy-in, event number 60, goes into Tuesday or today with 11 players. There is 200,000 waiting at the top, and the chip leader is Carrie Welsh with 2 million in chips. And moving from 15th place to second place in chip stacks is Stephanie Wynn, who has $2 million in her chip stack. So good luck to all of those runners still in it to win it. The event number 61 is the No Limit Freeze Out $500 buy in. There were 5,082 runners, 211 are left, 2.2 million in the prize pool. 22 I'm sorry, 229,000 is waiting for the winner. And the chip leader today is Danny Spear of the USA with 10 million in chips, and Juan Lucina has 2 million in chips. So good luck to those folks. Event number 62 is a 5K no limit six-handed. Registration is still open, so there are no stats available. However, the chip leader is Sebastian Toro Hinero, I believe, has 695,000 in his chip stack, and Sammy Dubonnet has 603,000 in his chip stack. And you know what? That could be a female the way it's spelled, Sammy, Samy. So if it is, I'm sorry. I just can't tell if it's a male or a female by the name. Event number 63 is a $1,500 low ball triple draw, six-handed tournament, 875,000 in the prize pool. There were 635 runners, 113 are moving on to today. The chip leader is QI. Zhao has 395,000 and Colton Bloomberg has 359,000. In 16th place in chip stack sizes is one of our Team Spacers runners, Robert Mizuraki, and he has 223,000. And a notable still in it to win it is Heather Acorn, which is her chip stack is 126,000. Some of you may remember her as a WSOP dealer of the year, fantastic dealer. I know her personally. She also has a dealer school. I want to say I think she's in Missouri, but I could be wrong. I recommended another friend of mine to do that dealer school at the end of last year, and she said it was fantastic. So Heather's still in it to win it. So good luck to those folks in that triple draw, low ball triple draw tournament day 2 today. Are you back with us, ASG? I see you're having technical issues. I'm sorry, dude.
Yeah, I went to go look. So, yeah, Grinder is he finished 25th in the Battle of the Ages. That must have been the videos I was watching, and when I went to go look up that, it bounced me off of X, and yeah.
Oh, lovely. That's precisely why I have a hard time going to look for stuff because every time I get out of the space to go look, I cringe because I'm like, please don't boot me out. Please don't boot me out. It's really kind of a walk on a thin line when you're hosting. All right, I'm going to go quickly over the schedule at the WSOP for today. At 10 a.m. is day 1 of Event 64, which is a 1K Super Seniors. At 11 a.m. is the final day of that freeze out Event 61. At 11 a.m., also day 4 begins for the Millionaire Maker, Event 53. At 12 p.m. is day 1 of the tag team event. It's $1,000 buy-in for you and your partner. Event number 65, the tag team. You have to sign up at the cage with your partner. There is no other way to do it. You cannot sign up for that tournament via the app. You have to show up in person and with your partner at the cage. Also at 12 p.m. is day 2 of Event 62, the 5K six-handed no limit tournament. 2 p.m., day 2 of Event 63, the $1,500 low ball triple draw six-handed tournament. And at 2 p.m. is day 1, event number 66, the 50K Poker Players Championship. And I want to say, I think I saw the trophy. You know, they are doing a new trophy, the Chip Reese Trophy. Has been out of circulation the last couple of years because it broke. And they designed and had a new trophy made, and I believe I saw it being carried in yesterday, and it was beautiful. So I'm going to take a walk down there hopefully today and see if in fact that's the trophy they have displayed for the tournament. But it was beautiful. So a nice tribute to Chip Reese for sure. Anybody, I'm going to stop at this point and see if anybody has anything they'd like to bring up before I move on.
Well, if you want fake drama, I'm pretty sure it's fake drama. Becker, when he got knocked out of the Battle of the Ages on the feature table, said something like "fuck you, Tim Duckworth," as he was out the door.
We're getting a little heated, are we?
He wasn't even at the table, so I don't know what this is all about, but
But we're here for it. We said the WSOP was too quiet, or at least I did. You guys laugh at me when I say it, but you know, we love that drama. We wanted to have something to talk about for the next 24 hours, right? Because you know, the winners are amazing to celebrate, and the bad beast stories we'd rather not hear, but the gossip, we're here for it. We're absolutely here for it. All right. Let me see. I see Magic made a comment, so let me read it out loud. It says, you mentioned that observing people at the table doing the same suspicious things over and over essentially amounts to proof. So, would DGAF playing every street of every hand for 3 months straight count as proof to you? Yes, that was his comment down below. So, first of all, Magic, I'm not going to go back and forth with you in Twitter feeds. I have better things to do. I'm in Vegas until July 3rd, and quite honestly, I'm just not going to waste my time. However, if you want to come up today in this space or any space that we do for the next, what day are we on? 29. So we have 53 days altogether. We'll be happy to chat about it. But honestly, when I say we need proof, when we go public, you need to present that proof. Okay. Yes, that would be proof. But if you want me to see that proof, then provide that proof. That's what I'm talking about. Because putting things out there in public, we want, I want to see the proof. Now, many people don't. They just take the clickbait and run with it and think it's God's truth. I don't operate that way. Many don't. And before I tarnish someone's reputation, I'm going to come with the proof. So if I make a tweet and say, this is what's going on, here's the proof, or this is what I think's going on, here's some proof. What do you think? And get other people's opinions. But I just am not going to say, hey, this is happening and this is, take my word for it. No, no, that's not how I operate. It may be how you operate, and God bless you, no problem. And you know what? If that was going on, fine, no problem. But I need to see it for myself. I don't even know you. Why would I take your word for it? Not that I'm saying you're a good person or a bad person. I'm just saying in general. If somebody's making a statement that I don't know, I personally don't take it as God's proof unless I see some proof. So that's where I'm coming from. And by all means, we'd love to, chat with you. And if you don't want to, that is no problem either. But, the thing about social media, and I'm not saying this about you, I'm saying it in general, we have a lot of keyboard warriors that put shit out there every day that there's no proof behind it. And it's just not right. People's reputations are at stake. And we have to always remember that when we're putting out tweets. Sorry, I'm on my high horse again. Go ahead. I'm going to let Barry come up. Anybody else have any comments? Hey, go ahead, ASG, and then we'll get to Barry.
Yeah, I mean, there's, if you think something's up, you should say something. I don't like the idea of not going public just because you're not 100%. Like, that's what started this whole thing with Zao, is the Vivi Vendi is a very uh, big name, I guess, in the PLO world online. Says, he goes, I'm not, the way he phrased it, I think was a good way to say it. In his initial tweet about it, I'm not sure if you read it, but it basically said, like, I'm not 100% on anything, but I'm putting this out there as, like, this seems shady.
Drawing attention to it, right? Drawing attention to it.
Correct.
And there is a difference between drawing attention someone to something or someone and actually accusing them of something, right? Now, I did touch on this yesterday. For me personally, if I suspect something, I'm going to the back channels, getting other people to help me figure it out, or going directly to that person and say, look, this is what it appears is going on. What the hell's going on? That's me. That's me. Everybody handles things differently, right? And it's okay. Go ahead, Barry.
Hey,
Hey, bud.
good morning. Yeah, I can't definitively comment on the HCL scandal, but going back to the LA poker cheating scandal, there's definitely overlap between all the regulars of HCL and the guys who got cheated in the LA poker. Skip Wesley, Blank Check Bang. I could keep naming a few. In 2023, I was running a game in Manhattan, probably 6 months before I had the stroke, and they brought a new partner in this guy named Muhammad. And the first thing he wanted to do was bring in his own dealers. And it was a little suspect, but I didn't think anything of it. Eventually, he was the guy that got arrested in the Jonte Porter sports betting scandal. They were all in a text chain about how they got this guy jammed up for money and he was giving them info, he was dumping his stats, and they were all making all kinds of money from that. So there's definitely overlap to all these people. And if you remember, not that long ago, two guys were arrested at the airport trying to leave the country from that LA cheating scandal. They were known for traveling across the country with these machines and getting them put in. And I jokingly originally said that I believed Phil Ivey was behind the cheating scandal at Hustler, but I later allegedly found out that one of the floor guys were paid to swap out with the shovel machine. There's no proof of that. I don't know that for sure, but that's just what I was told from the same crew of guys that did it all over the country. So that's all I got.
Well, and I appreciate those updates, Barry. Appreciate you and those updates. Anybody else have any other comments on this?
And I remember the guy Magic from when we had that 1,000 people space and everybody was coming in confessing, and the guy Bruce, and they have a Discord of 100 people examining every minute of all the footage from HCL trying to pick up things. That's probably why he made that comment in the chat about DGAF. So yeah, that's just the unknowns that we just don't know. We can only speculate. And I played with Robbie. I met her in real life. I never thought she was in on anything. Just like the distraction, the dits at the table to let the other people get away with doing whatever they were doing. So just my opinion, what I believe.
Well, and I appreciate you and your opinion, and and again, it always goes back to me, for me, that we can have all the suspicions we want, but in the court of law, we have to have proof. And to me, the court of law sometimes is public opinion, right? That doesn't mean I'm ignoring things. It just means I err on the side of uh, reputations being saved. Now, that doesn't mean I don't have red flags in the back of my head when somebody's name is mentioned, like ASG mentioned that. What the hell is that guy's
Men
name?
the Master.
Yeah, a red flag always goes up in my head now because of, we saw the footage at was it the WSOP or the WPT last year when he was definitely angle shooting with his chip stack. And but intent, we don't know his intent. We don't know what's in his mind. We can assume, we can say, okay, logically speaking, this is what it looked like happened. And I see the video, I see the proof of it. And so that's kind of where I'm coming from. Go ahead, Barry.
Yeah, speaking of Men in the Master, a decade or so ago, he was caught at the Taj Mahal when they were having tournaments with thousands of chips in his room. So he was always unscrupulous, doing
And
shady
always
shit.
suspect. And I'm going to tell you guys something. Um, and how am I going to put this? Okay, so I ran into somebody who is, part of the operators here in Vegas. And he told me something about one of the guests I interviewed in the last 6 months. And he told me, I highly recommend you never have him on your space again. And I was like, wait, what? And I just, honestly, I just laughed, but he told me why. And I was like, oh shit, I didn't know that. And he's like, exactly. And nobody thinks you did, but you may just be aware. So if he ever comes into your space, you're aware, right? And uh, the webs we weave, people, the webs we weave. Oh, I'm sorry, Isaac, any questions or comments anything you'd like to bring up too? Oh, did we lose Isaac? He may be he may be having technical issues, which seems to be a common thing these days. Karen, any questions or comments, or like to bring up anything?
No, I think I'm good.
Hey, you're better now that you know you have an extra hour, right?
I feel so dumb. Yes, but now it's great because I actually am gonna publish some content real quick on our YouTube channel.
There you go. Making lemonade, making lemonade. I love it. I love it so much. Dana, are you still with us as a speaker? I can't tell. It says listener.
I see, listener.
I see listener too. Dana, come back up, my friend. She may be caught up with work too, though. You know, that's the one thing about our morning spaces. We're just roll with it. Everybody's got real lives and, you know, they're trying to work while we do this or they're, you know, tending to their families and, you know, it is what it is. There she is. Hey, Dana, any comments or questions or anything you'd like to bring up?
Nope. I've been scrubbing my bathroom.
Hey, there she's
Listening.
working. She's working hard. I knew you
Talk
were.
about being productive. Yeah, that's what's happening here.
I love
But
it.
yeah, no, not any new news with HCL. Tilted Tuesday, we always have big pots and plenty of rage. So join us in chat if you can.
Absolutely. And I hate I missed tuning in for at least a little bit yesterday to see some of those ladies playing. I'm sure that was a fun table.
Oh yeah, the Battle of the Queens, absolutely. Julia, Brittany, Sashimi. I may or may not be missing someone, but I think everybody else
And one
were
guy.
guys. Huh? What was that?
I said, and one guy, I think the tweet said.
Yeah.
The one, hey, the one lucky guy? Yeah, I don't think he was probably complaining. Who was the big winner?
DJ Washburn,
Oh, very good.
and he was in the 5 seat. He's the co-host of the new Countdown show, and he did the sideline reporting for the $1 million game, and so they're lifting him up, and you just can't be more proud of him.
That's
And
awesome.
he's a badass poker player too.
Let's go. Let's go. I love that so much.
Yep. Thanks, McSherry. I appreciate you.
Well, I appreciate you as always and everyone, my co hosts, the listeners. I see Michael down there, exec deck, of course, my favorite troll account, Bathwater for Buy ins, Sandy Joy, Panama Joe. I already shouted out Michael or Magic and appreciate all of you. And all those that will listen at a future date, I appreciate you as well. You know, together we make the poker world a better place, or at least I hope we do. Have a little part in making it a better place. Yesterday, we went over to the Silverado Steakhouse at South Point. I'd never eaten there before, although I'd heard many good things about it. And it was delicious. It was fabulous. Coach P was happy. He got to use his gift certificate that he won at the meetup game, donated by Jason and the Poker Room crew over at South Point. So we had a delicious dinner last night at Silverado. Too tired to play that 10:10 p.m. tournament that I alluded to earlier, but I'll definitely get back over there because y'all know I love that tournament for sure. All right, you guys. I don't think I have anything else. If you guys do, bring it up now or forever hold your peace. I'm going to try to get over to that ladies' meetup game, but I'm not making any promises because it's already 10 o'clock. By the time I do hair and makeup, it may not be worth it. But anyway, we'll see. Isaac, are you there, buddy? I wanted to give him a chance to get back in here. Hello, Isaac. God rest his soul. He's probably caught up in the IT misery of spaces. All right, one time around the horn. Barry, anything else? If not, I'll talk to you soon, my friend. Got it. All right, you guys, I'm out. Have a great day if you're on the felt. Good luck. If you're not, get out and touch that grass. It's too important. Get off of social media, more importantly. Get off of social media. I love it. Dana, you're banned from the sound bar, Dana.
Oh, don't do it. No.
You are banned for the
Oh.
sound bar. Good luck, Karen, and hey, have a great day, folks. Much love.